The OTB Kids Takeover.
Brought to you by Now TV.
Keep the kids entertained with the Now TV Kids Pass.
Hi, I'm Simon Zebo and welcome to the OTB Kids Takeover.
Hi Simon.
Do you think your kids will be good at rugby?
Like Brian O'Driscoll.
Like
Brian O'Driscoll.
Brian
O'Driscoll.
Driscoll. Bye.
Yes, I do think my kids could be as good as Brian one day if they decide to play in the centre. You never know, but we prefer players like Ronan O'Gara and Paul O'Connell down in our house, so hopefully they can be as good as them. Adam and Sarah, thank you for the question, but no, I've found nothing in Paris that's better than Cork. As you know, Cork is the best place on earth, I think, actually. Paris comes pretty close, but I'd say the weather would probably be the only thing you'd notice a little bit. We have a tropical climate down in Cork, but Paris edges it a little bit. Well, good question, Josh. Yeah, there was plenty of times when I wasn't the fastest player in Munster. Keith Earls would definitely beat me in a race over a short distance. Doug Howlett used to smash me over short distances. 100 metres, though, I'd fancy my chances against anyone. And yeah, I've probably, as long as I've been playing with Munster, I would have been there or thereabouts in terms of the top speeds ever recorded. So, yeah. Aaron Limerick, tough question. If I was the best players I play, neither of them, to be honest, Aaron. I'd probably pick Finn Russell over both of them, to be honest. I'll plead the fifth on the Raj Johnny debate. So yeah, I'll take Finn Russell on my dream team. Thank you.
Hi, it's Joe Kinsler here from Ashburn Under 10s. Why did you leave Munster to go and play for Racing 92 if you knew that you'd lose your spot on the Irish international rugby team? Come on, Leinster.
Good question. Yeah, so I'd say the main reason would be just because I always wanted to play in France. So doing that was a big dream come true for me. And obviously playing for Ireland was a big dream come true, but I'd already done that, and I thought it was a good time for me to go. Good question, though.
Hi, Simon Zebo. I'm Milo Malone, and I have a question for you. Who is your childhood icon and why in rugby?
I had a few childhood heroes when I was young. I had Ronan O'Gara, Paul O'Connell, who else? Doug Howlett, all great players. Brian O'Driscoll even. And yeah, I'd say my number one hero would have been Joe Rakatoko, who played for the All Blacks. He was a special player, and I used to always pretend I was him running with the ball when I was young. So I'd say Joe Rakatoko, yeah.
Hi, my name is Ethan O'Neill. I play for Greystones Rugby Club and Press Cups. My question for you, Simon, is you always seem so positive. What's your key to being so happy, especially when you're disappointed or frustrated?
Very good question. Yeah, I try to be as happy and as positive as I can. Every day. It's just, I wake up and think I try rather be happy than sad today. And if there's things that are getting me down or, I'm upset about, for example, if you don't make a team or something like that, I just try and turn those things into a positive and say it's an opportunity for me to get better and make it a challenge. And usually you come out with a positive result. Before a match, Jimmy, it depends. It varies. Some days I could be in a tired mood and I might need lots of energy, lots of dance music or hip hop. Or some days I could be very relaxed or in a really good place mentally, and I might listen to any music. And some days, I might, need music to keep me awake. So it depends. I've varied all my music from Andrea Bocelli to Biggie Smalls, from Tupac back to Celine Dion. There's a big mix, Bob Marley in there. It's just however I feel on any given day. I try and go out and take it as it is.
I'm Mikey, I'm aged 9 and I play for Kilkenny Rugby Club. I want to ask you, who was the best player you played with in your career? Thank you, bye.
Best player I've played with a lot of great players. Even my hero, Joe Rakatoko, I played with. But from, I think, an all-round talent base, I think it would be Virmi Vakatawa. I think I've never seen some of the things that he's able to do on a rugby pitch. He's very, 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 really good guy. But in terms of his rugby ability, his passing, his stepping, try scoring, he's probably the best player I've ever played with. Yeah. Hi Connor. Best piece of advice I've ever received would be to always be yourself. I know you probably hear it a lot, but for me that was very important when I was growing up, and it stuck with me to this day. And it was my family, pretty much every member of my family, my close family, had to have a little sit down and tell me the same thing, and that was the best advice I've ever got.
Hi Simon, my name's Macy Bell, and what's your favourite TikTok dance?
So I'm too old for TikTok anyway for a start. I'm just trying to have a bit of fun. But my favourite dance, I don't know if I have a favourite TikTok dance. Maybe, I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know, sorry.
Bonjour Simon, my name is Patrick Sullivan from Carrigaline Rugby Club. I also play for Carrigaline United soccer team. My question for you is, when did you decide to pick rugby over soccer? Because I love both of them the same. And I know that I'm going to have to pick one of them one day. Thanks.
I think it's important to continue playing both until you decide you like one or the other. I played until I was maybe 16 or 17, all the sports, hurling, football, soccer, athletics, etc. So yeah, rugby grew, my love for rugby grew faster than the others at that age. So that was the age for me. So hopefully you make a good decision as well. But whatever you decide, if you go at it 100%, that's the best thing you can do. Thanks a million for all the questions, guys. Really appreciate it. Some tough ones in there, but we all worked out. Thanks again and see you soon.
The OTB Kids Takeover.
Brought to you by Now TV.
Keep the kids entertained with the Now TV Kids Pass.